Guys, here's a real quick video on how I mounted my Badland 3,500 pound winch to my 2018 Can Am Outlander 450 DPS. That's the power steering. That's very important. I'll come back to that in a minute. First thing you want to do is remove all this plastic, okay? You're going to have to remove all these push rivets that they call them, okay? This guy. I'll show you that real quick. This here is a push rivet. All you got to do is get a screwdriver or a knife, wiggle that in there, pop it up, and once this centerpiece pops up, you can pull the whole thing out, okay? Remove all these panels. The most difficult one is going to be this panel right here. There's 5 push rivets and I think 1 screw. Okay, 1 small screw, and that's it. So after you do all that, the first thing you're going to do is you are going to mount your winch. Okay, that's all very simple, very self-explanatory. The kit comes with a winch plate. That's great. Now, the bolts that came with the winch plate, these two came with the plate. It came with like 8 different screws, washers, nuts, so you can get the right size screw. These two fit great. The bolts it came with, these two didn't fit. I had to buy new ones. I went to Home Depot and I bought the M8 1.25 30 millimeter, okay? Put those in there, they fit like a glove, all right? Now my plate's on, my winch is mounted. That's the easy part. All right, now comes where to mount the solenoid. All the information I got says I'm supposed to mount the solenoid on this bracket right here. Okay, there's a big bracket right here. The only problem is there's already something mounted to the bracket. Something I assume is for the power steering. I don't know, guys. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not an electrician. So I could not mount my solenoid there. Then I started thinking maybe I could mount my solenoid inside my fender, but that's not going to work because there's no way I'm going to keep that solenoid dry. So I ended up saying screw it, and I'm mounting my solenoid. This is the solenoid, guys. I'm just going to put it right in back of my glove box. You can see I had to drill a couple of holes, no big deal, using drill bits. These 2 drill bits right here, okay? So the wiring, I had to flip-flop the wiring, okay? It came with these shorter cables, right? Blue and yellow short cables that were supposed to go from the yellow and blue bolts here, and the short cables are supposed to mount right here to the solenoid. Well, I'm not putting the solenoid there, so I flip-flop the cables. So now my red and black cables are going all the way back. You can see how I wired it. We're going to go all the way back here, okay, through the holes, and there's these guys. Here they are, okay, excuse me, here they are, and those are going to plug into right here, blue and yellow, all right? So then I took the shorter cables now, okay? Again, my positive cable, negative cable, forget the colors of these, those mean nothing, okay? My positive cable here, you are going to have to redo this fuse thing here to hook up with your yellow cable and not your other red cable. But that's simple to do, just a couple bolts. And now, so the red and blue are now going to my positive and negative on my battery. Okay, that's all self-explanatory. The only other thing I had issue with now is installing the switch, right? These little guys plug in. This is for your switch to turn on and off your winch. Here it is, in and out. I just mounted it right there next to my brake line reservoir, my master cylinder. So How did I do that? You can see, so coming out of my switch cable, you can see this red wire. I didn't know what the heck this red wire was. Again, guys, I'm not a mechanic, not a electrician. What you need to do is that wire needs to plug into the ignition so that when you turn your ATV on, your switch has power. What I did is easier to plug into not your ignition wire, but your cigarette lighter. You guys should all have that. So you can see that right here, oh, where am I? There we are. You can see where, so I cut this red and black wire open, and I took my red wire and I spliced it to my red and black wire, okay? And you can see those two plugged right into the back end of that cigarette lighter. Piece of cake, splicing 101, electrical tape around that real good, okay? Again here where I told you my red and black cables that are going all the way up to my winch, they weren't long enough, so I had to go to an auto parts store. I went to AutoZone Auto Parts, and I had to buy extensions, okay? They're about 2-foot extensions. They cost about 10 bucks a piece, but that was necessary for me if I wanted to put my solenoid in my rear glove compartment. So you're gonna need extensions. 20 bucks for the both of them, and you're gonna have to go to Home Depot, get these bolts. Those are like 85 cents each. That's really only thing you need to buy extra to make this kit work. Again, I struggled to find information on how to mount this winch to this Outlander with the power steering. I called around to my local shops. One ATV shop wanted $250 to install this. No thanks. When I bought the ATV, I asked them how much for a winch and to install it. They wanted $550 for the winch and to install. I thought that was a little ridiculous. So I did it myself, and here you go. That's how I did it. Okay, putting the winch on is simple. Okay, just running your cables anywhere you can. Get a lot of zip ties. Okay, I didn't zip tie yet. Came up through there, and I came up through this hole here. Just be careful because I don't want these cables putting too much pressure on these cables. So I think I'm gonna be okay there. There you go. And that's it, guys. That's how I did it. All said and done. Oh, don't forget, along with your winch kit is a bunch of these booties. I'm eventually gonna go and put these booties back on here everywhere they should be to keep the terminals dry. Put some booties on here. So that's all I got for you guys. This is not a professional job. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. That's it. That's what I did. Good luck. This was a pain in the butt. This was a first time experience for me installing a winch. A lot of stress, but now that I figured it out, it seems simple. I hope this video helps somebody. That's why I did it. I rambled. I sound like an idiot here, but if I help one person install their winch on a Can Am Outlander DPS, well then the video was worth it. Guys, good luck with your install. Enjoy your machines. Be safe out there. God bless.